Well, I wanted to go through the 3-year-olds with you. This time of year, obviously, there's a lot of changes being made to the stable. We did sell a couple of our 2-year-olds. Desperado and Momo left our barn on Thursday on gate. And, you know, truthfully speaking, this time of year, it's important that we take a look at our... I really believe we have to reevaluate almost on a week-by-week basis heading into the fall. Are these horses that we want to stop with, rest, train down, and race next year in 2021? And if they aren't going to be some form of a stake horse, it's a very difficult proposition if you can answer any of those no. So I think it's important to, as I said, evaluate and reevaluate, take a look at what we have and what we don't have. So let's start with the horses we still have, the 3-year-olds. Ale Sund. She's stake filly? No. But she's going to be a decent overnight filly. I believe we need to find a class for her. I was hoping to get her into the class that Sebastian Yu was in last week, but that is restricted. PA owned her bred, which is smart for them, taking care of their horsemen in their area. So Ale Sund will likely maybe race at the Buckeye. There's still a Buckeye left. She's an outside shot in the Buckeye, but at the same time, until something opens up for her to race in, I mean, we could always sell her, but at the same time, I think we got some racing left of Ale Sund. She's shown enough spark where we could take care of her. So Ale Sund for now is not on any chopping block. We'll keep her as is for right now. Arctic Force, just got to get him underway at the Meadows. He is knocking on the door of a win. This is a colt that's going to show much, much better things as we go along throughout the fall. The class he's in, I think he was very close in his last. Obviously, it's unfortunate he didn't get in. I really would have liked to race him back today, but he didn't get in. So Arctic Force is going to have to miss a week, which isn't a feather in his cap, but at the same time, we're growing ever so closer to hitting the winner's circle with him again. Beach Boutique is in to go this coming Wednesday. Dave Clone will drive her. I trained her the other day. I thought she trained pretty good. She had some real issues with allergies. Not throughout. She had 3 wins, but that 4th start where she was horrendous, they scoped her. She was full of allergy mucus. So I had spoke to the veterinarian with Tim over there. We sat down and talked about a couple of horses that were struggling with allergies and how we were going to combat that, what that looked like. And I was very happy with what I heard from him and from Tim. So Beach Boutique should be somewhat back to herself. Now, she is off 2 weeks. She is coming off a bit of a constricted airway, so a little bit of a diminished capacity, I would think. Let's say she's around 90% going into this week's race, but we'll see how she makes out. Bottle of Red did not get in Wednesday. Not a bad thing. I trained her the other day. She bled a little bit. We are going to enter her on the Lasix program. Now, if you remember back when Jeff had raced her in Tioga or one of those places, maybe Vernon. They scoped Vernon, I believe, because he scoped her when she got home. There was some flecks of blood in there. Thought it was mostly attributed to allergies and mucus, but there wasn't that much allergy or mucus stuff found in her trachea the other day, and she bled a little bit training. So on to the Lasix program she goes. Not a big deal. It might end up actually helping her. I doubt she went from not bleeding to bleeding quite a bit more, so that scale was missed in there. I think if you scope a horse an hour after they work hard, you'll get to see some. If there was blood in the lungs, you'll get to see it coming up. That's where you get those flecks. And there was quite a bit of blood there. Not an enormous amount, but enough definitely to put her on Lasix. So I think you'll see Bottle of Red start her next start on Lasix. Cabernet is ready to qualify this coming Tuesday. Really happy to see her back. Excited to see how she does with Harry. Canadian Titan is still over at the farm. She'll remain turned out for a little while yet. We'll get her back going later, much later in the fall. Capistrano is making a start again this week at Mohawk. She's in tonight. She's in tonight with Need Your Opinion. So we'll see how that shakes down, how that works out for Capistrano. Compass Rose DC raced great the other day out of the 9-hole right to the front. Got a little tired, but raced really good. Her next start is in Delaware County Fairgrounds. Yeah, there we go. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch has been racing good. Little tough trip for in the grassroots for him, but he'll be back in with his own kind. A little bit diminished class. It'll fit him a lot better this coming week. Emerald Miss. I know it's been a little frustrating with Emerald Miss. she was battling a little bit of muscle cramps, muscle sickness, muscle issues. We got them cleaned up. We're going to train her up this week. She'll race this coming Friday, I believe, in Northfield Park. And then who do we got next? Globetrotting. I was pretty emphatic that I was going to take Globetrotting to the Elegant Image. I have now changed my tune. I think we're going to skip the Elegant Image and look for an overnight at the Meadows or Dayton in her next start. Harness AM made a little break today. First start without the hobbles. Tony Hall said he struck a wheel with her and she made a break. I don't see an IX on her line, but when I watched the video, it was pretty clear to me. In the middle of the straightaway, he went to move her over, and he did. It appeared he did touch Wilbur Yoder's wheel. Does that mean we race her again without hobbles on? That is a one sleep decision. I'm going to have to sleep on it and think about what we're going to do moving forward. Certainly when I trained her last week, it certainly didn't seem to me like she needed hobbles any longer. But I don't want to be wasting any more time with her. So let's see how this week shakes out. We'll race her with or without the hobbles. I am not decided yet. I'll Play It Alone is back jogging now with Tim, looking for a end of September, 1st of October start with him, and that should be attainable. Johan is 7 to 5 morning line on Monday. That is a tall order. Johan was very, very good his last start. Is he going to come out swinging the same way? I don't know. I hope so. Hope he does. But I want to see him continue to progress. I was very, very happy with the way he raced his last start and looking to see how he is in his next start. Miss Brampton Beast is back jogging and training now. I didn't get a chance to catch up with Kevin. Not a lot to talk about. She's really just putting in remedial work. She was fine otherwise leading up to that. Muscle Chrome is still jogging. She'll go back training soon, and we'll have her ready to go. There's no point in having her ready any earlier than the end of September. I want to see London open up and the racing start to cheapen up a little bit, and we can get Muscle Chrome in, hopefully get a decent mark on her. Nancy Allison racing tomorrow night at Flamborough, that little bugger, James. He said, put her in Flamborough, I'll go drive her in the first race. Now, Flamborough's half an hour from Mohawk. He said, I'll see if I don't have any horses in Mohawk. They drew for Mohawk Saturday first. Then they drew for London. James didn't have any horses in the first two races, so he's going to go to Flamborough. Sorry, list James at Flamborough. Program comes out. Little rodent. He picked up a horse for Blake McIntosh in race 1 and can't drive Nancy Allison. That is a problem for Nancy Allison and a problem for Anthony Hahn because he's going to drive Nancy Allison. Not a little boy's horse, and I wish him all the luck in the world with her, but she can be extremely tricky at the races, so I do not know what to think or what will happen with Nancy Allison tomorrow. Need Your Opinion racing tonight, as I said, same race as Capistrano. I'd rather those two not race against each other, but in this case, they drew in against one another this week. We'll see how Capistrano and Nancy Allison, how Capistrano and Need Your Opinion do tonight. Path of Totality is in to go Wednesday. Now, she's the only one that get in at Tim's, and we have 4 in at the fair in Ohio. I'm going to have to go to the fair. So, Dave Pallone will drive Path of Totality on Wednesday. I hope he gets along well with her. Really Blue Chip is back at the barn now, has put a ton of weight back on. Thank you very much, Sean Breezebaugh. Great job with Really Blue Chip. Shelby, who was taking care of Braemar when he was here, and getting the weight back on him, has taken over the care for Really Blue Chip. So I hope she works her magic with this filly also. Rooney Blue Chip's next start will be next Friday at Freehold Raceway. There's a stake race for him. Mark McDonald, my slightly younger, much uglier brother, is going to drive Rooney Blue Chip. Bob Baggett is going to do the training for us. He's not from the Shire. He's a real trainer, and he does a real good job, I'm told. So Bob is going to take Rooney Blue Chip to Freehold. We're going to send him out there, and Mark is going to drive him. Not an easy horse to train, not an easy horse to drive, but Anthony's at the sale on Friday, so I can't be there. I've talked to Bob. I've taken some pictures of the equipment, some measurements. The next biggest thing is Mark driving the horse. I've asked Mark, and I'm going to ask him again to go last trip with him, get a feel for Rooney Blue Chip, and then see how they get along with him. This is a big stake because it goes for pretty good money, and there's only 5 or 6 horses eligible to this stake race that are going to be there. So a big, big race for Rooney Blue Chip and my partners on him. Sebastian Yu, I'm sorry, we're going to skip a week and work on his front feet and qualify him next Thursday. He made a break the other day, and I simply can't be there on Thursday, so we're going to take the week to work on his feet and get him back good. Sebastian Yu is always a work in progress, right? A lot of times he's real good, sometimes he's so-so. When it comes to right now, he obviously made a break and wasn't great in his last two. Let's get him back on track. To do that, we're going to take the week and really work on his feet. Spend That Money didn't get in on Wednesday. Her next start's going to be in Delaware, so we're going to take this week again. There's a spa in Pennsylvania. Damn it, I wanted to talk to Tim about getting her out there for a few days. Got to get her back to Ohio and get her trained up, I guess, for, I think it's the Tuesday of Delaware, the 20th. The 20th, so probably school her a little bit at Northfield on the Thursday, just a little bit, tighten her up, and then right down to Delaware on the 20th. Spirit of Dio is coming for the Elegant Image. Why? Because 1, she's sharp as a tack. 2, she obliterated them at 54 her last start. And 3, if they have a consolation, she should fit in the consolation. She doesn't have enough money likely made this year to get into the Elegant Image, but to race her in the consolation should be right up her alley. So that's our plan with her. If they don't go with the consolation, we get our entry money back. So all our nominating money, we get it all back. Trafalgar is Indigo this week. She's coming off a pretty good mile at Hanover Raceway. Can't wait to see her back in action. This is a filly that I think is going to get better and better and better with age. I think she's going to be a really good 4-year-old for us also. Watch Avenue. Kevin said, can we race him in Sarnia next week? Kevin's doing his best to hide him until these classes water down and open up after the stakes at Mohawk. So good job, Kevin. I'm on the same wavelength of you with this. Great idea. Take him to Sarnia, race him where he should do some damage, and hide him until we can get him in those classes at Mohawk. So a good job, 100% on point. I agree wholeheartedly with you. And last but not least is Zeb Sunshine. I apologize, he's raced by now. No, he races tomorrow. I keep getting Friday and Saturday mixed up. He races tomorrow at Kawartha Downs. So I'm wondering, hopefully, and hoping that he does good. We will see tomorrow. So that's all the 3-year-olds. I'll be back after a bit. I'm just getting back home. I'm in Ontario. I'm on my street. I'm just getting back home now, and I am not doing any more videos tonight, but I'll get the rest of them done tomorrow. I want to get everything out to you first thing Sunday morning so that you guys can tune into our webcast if you want. A lot of questions to answer about a lot of horses, so feel free to send me a question via Kelly. Send it to kelly@thestable.ca, or there is a link on these videos in this video menu, and you'll be able to access that. So until tomorrow, you guys take care. I hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great week. Talk to you soon.